Welcome back to my channel. This is Mara's apartment plants. I want to just show you a little something here. It's a little pathetic. So we got some succulents here. We got dead succulents from overwatering. Boom. Horrible. I don't want to mention any names, so I won't. But this one girl at my salon, so there was a lot of succulents in here, and it looked like really pretty. It was like a cute little thing. And she overwatered them. So we had to dry them out, which we did. And then wait until you see these. Look at this one. Sad. So sad. Sad little puppy. This one might come back. We'll see. Look at this one. I had to dry it out and we'll see what happens with that. We got a few. We got this one over here. It's long, leggy, and all the bottom leaves are rotted out and fell off. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take them out. This is something that I do. I just wanna let you know. With succulents is I'll put them in like a little shot glass and I'll burn holes into the bottom of it. So it's not a glass shot glass. It's like a solo cup kind of thing. And their roots are really shallow. They're like really fine roots. So what we'll do is I'll just take them out, I'll put them in here and then put them in the shot glass and then put them in a container like this. But if you have somebody over watering them constantly, this is what's gonna happen. I mean, they're just going to rot and fall off. The leaves hold a lot of water. So think about like when you eat too much and you feel like you're gonna explode. That's what happens here. They ate too much and they felt like they were gonna explode and they actually did. Their leaves exploded. So we don't want that to happen anymore. So what's gonna happen here is what we're gonna do is we have these areas here. We have these little like cute little, I guess you could say they're like, kind of like a terrarium, but they're not. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these and I'm gonna put them in this little area here, like a terrarium kind of. And I'm gonna try to salvage these little ones and put them, we're gonna behead them. That's what I call it, beheading. A lot of other people call it that too, especially on YouTube. And then we're gonna go from there. We're gonna just plop them right in there and go from there. Look at this one. This one's like not that good. But look, since I took them away from her, it started growing a little bit of babies on the top, which is a very, very, very good sign. So we'll take, you know, there's a leaf here, and I'll chop that off. Let's take this out of this perlite here. So the roots are still intact, which is surprising. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna separate this. So we're gonna just like drop all this dead root in here. And I think I'm going to just open up this little terrarium area here. This is my close-up, considering last time you couldn't even see me. So we're gonna try to, hold on, I'm still new at this, so try to bend it down a little bit more. Oh, it's not working. But, so we're gonna make it look cute. There is soil in here, and these are so dried out that it is moist. It is moist. It's not that bad. So we'll just shove them in there. See that? So we're gonna add to these. Now, there's this one guy from Pennsylvania. He does gorgeous like terrariums and stuff with, I mean, like really exotic plants and whatever. But look at this one. You see this? So this is finally growing back. All these leaves rooted, all these leaves like rotted out at the bottom. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna chop that off and shove it in this dirt, in this dry dirt. Make sure it's dry. Then I have a little bit of leaf here. I have like a little bit of growth here sticking out. See that? Now, I just pulled that right out. So these are all the dead leaves that just came out. We're gonna put that into this little, I guess you could say it is like a little landscape terrarium, if you want to call it that. It's not a terrarium exactly because it's not like humid or anything like, but it works for that occasion. Now we have this here. We're gonna take a fork, because I dried all these out beforehand, okay? So we're gonna take a fork and we're gonna pull that out. Now, any roots that are here, which are very few, I don't know if you can see that. They're like tiny, tiny little roots all over. Just gonna shove that in the dirt with our finger, and then that's it. It'll grow back. And we'll see. Now, I'm sorry Barry isn't here tonight. Barry's not here tonight. But he will be back for probably the next video. But what are you gonna do? I mean, it's got a guy's night out. Leaves me home to do what? Make plant videos. That's what he leaves me home to do. So, all right, so we're gonna chop this one. Oh, this one here. See the long and leggy one? We're kind of gonna just chop it. This one's doing okay. It's kind of not doing the greatest, but it does have a lot of babies like in the top here. So actually I might just put that like right in here. Yep, that worked out well. Now all this will fill in over the winter. Now I'm gonna put it under grow light. Hold on. I'm gonna put it under a grow light. It's gonna get enough heat, enough light, and I'm not gonna water it. I'm not gonna water it. These leaves have enough water in them. If you could feel, if you could see, like if you could feel that they're firm and that they feel like kind of, did you ever buy a pea pod? Let's say snap peas or something. That's how it should feel, like fresh snap peas. All right, and you don't want the mushy ones. You don't want the ones that are falling over or anything like that. You want the nice, firm, crispy ones and everything like that. That's what you want. This is a nice, firm sugar snap pea. That's exactly what you want. So that's what we're putting in here. All right. And I'm just gonna pick from all of these succulents that are just totally, I want to say, messed up. They're totally messed up. Now they weren't all totally messed up. We did sell about 100 of them. So for having this little bit left over, it's not that bad. But for Christmas time, for the holidays, I'm gonna do this little area here. This is gonna look cute. People like this. It'll grow for them. It's easy. They don't have to water it. If they water it too much, like I said, it's gonna just die. And I said that the other day on my first video. You overwater something, it's worse than underwatering something, in my opinion. I mean, some other channels, some other stations, some other people may say the opposite. But in my opinion, that is how it goes. Now, we have leaves that are falling off of our succulents here. They're falling off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little, what are these called? Like, you know, like these little crusade platters or whatever, and just shove them in here. And then what I'm going to do, I have baseboard heat. So I'm going to put it, now this is so wet right now. If you see how dark that dirt is, you see how I could just pull out a lump? That's a dark piece of dirt. That's heavy. That's like a lot of water in there. So I'm gonna break that up. And I'm gonna put it in this little bucket over here and break that up and take these rotted roots off of it. And then I'm gonna leave the healthy ones on. Now, there are 2 plants on here. Take off, see these leaves? We don't want them. The dried out ones. They're actually not dried out. They're actually just overwatered. They're too much. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put in nice dry soil and put it in there. Shove it in there. It's gonna dry it out even more. Okay? Because all that water that was in that soil, that was around the roots, it's gonna dry out the plant. It's gonna look much better. Now, any of the leaves that fall off, like here, we got one. Here we got one. The ones that are nice and firm, we're gonna put into this little platter, okay? And this I'm going to put by my baseboard heating to dry it out. And that's it. I'm not gonna go crazy with it. So, if there's rules, but there's no rules. So, take off this long leggy piece. It's starting to grow in a little more compact on the top, which is great. Maybe I might take these leaves off and put them in my little dish. Let me show you. Little dish here. Then and then what's gonna happen is these little pieces here that I'm taking off of here, they're gonna grow like little tiny sprouts of succulents that are on the tip of this. So it's gonna look just like this. It's gonna take a while, but I think it's fun. It's like a little science experiment. See what happens. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You just, just throw it out. But it's better to try than not try at all. All right. Then we got, what else do we have here? All right, this one is just pathetic. So this was a beautiful succulent, and it had like long red stripes going down it and everything. I mean, you could actually see the water in this. That's how much she overwatered this. And like I said, I'm not mentioning any names, but that's how much she watered it. I'm gonna take off some of these. I'm gonna take off one probably. Right off by the stem. Throw it in there. No. I don't know. What do you think? No, it's a little rotted, right? Throw that out. The rest of it's completely rotted out. And if I wanted to, what we're gonna do, I think. I have a little strainer here. Let me show you. I have a little strainer here. So we're gonna knock that down. Look how wet that soil is. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna behead this whole entire plant and we're gonna see if it grows back. I mean, I wanna take out a lot of that soil. We're gonna leave it, we're gonna take out like almost everything. We're gonna see if there's roots. If there are roots actually. Roots look pretty good. So we're gonna leave that. Now what we're gonna do is, you see that all the leaves are flimsy, they're kind of moldy right toward here. Now that's from getting water on the leaves. So hold on. That's from getting water on the leaves. So with that, we're gonna take a little bit of mix, dry mix. Don't water it at all. See this? It's very dry. And we're gonna put this plant in here in dry mix, and we're gonna leave it like that for like 2 weeks, something like that, with no water. Under, not bright light. We're gonna leave it under probably like a light grow light, not a bright glow light, not a bright grow light, but one of the like $20 ones from Amazon. And then here's what we're gonna do. It's still gonna be, it's gonna root, but we'll see if it roots. I mean, you can't guarantee anything, but this is what we call beheading. We're just gonna cut it right off. That's it. And then all you have is like that little stump right there. And before you know it, keep it in a warm place, dry, under, I'll show you the grow light I have. Hold on one second. So this is actually here where I put the, all right, so this is the kind of grow light we're gonna put it under, right? So you can see it's not too bright. It's not like a fancy grow light like I have over here. Look how bright these are. These are like full daylight grow lights. Look how bright that is. It's not like that. It's very mild. All right. So I don't know how to switch this back. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna have to figure out how to use this thing. Alright. So now that you see the grow light, that's where we're gonna put this little thing. This little nub. Alright. Now if I had cut the underneath part to, if I had cut the bottom part with the, like to re-root everything, like if I was gonna root this plant here, which obviously I don't think I'm going to, I would put like maybe some cinnamon on there or something just to get rid of, like, these are so soft. And look, this is what I mean by exploding. Can you see that? Can you see that? Like, there's like holes in the leaves because it's just like rotting. And then there's like mold on the leaves because it's just like, it's overwatered. These are things that you don't want to do. I have another one here that was overwatered, but now it's not. I think I'm just gonna leave it in this water. I mean, in the soil, and then just behead it to start it over. Start it over. There we go. Yeah, because it's still alive. When you see green in there instead of brown, if you see brown, then just throw it out. But if you see green, that's a good sign. That means that this plant might actually grow back. I mean, it's a little fun, I think, but if you don't feel like doing it, then don't do it. It takes a while, but I feel like doing it, so I'm gonna do it. Put it back into that. This little thing, I beheaded. You see the little plants growing in there? That's gonna take a little while, but it's worth it for me. I like it. So, this one here was definitely overwatered. I mean, look, you see how white, the white on here and everything? We're gonna cut that off. We're gonna see what's inside. Yep, still good inside. So we're gonna keep that. I'm gonna leave that on there. And we're gonna let it just callus over and then put it under that grow light, that mild grow light. And we'll see where it goes. Let's see, what else? Oh, I have one here that was definitely overwatered. We're gonna cut this off. A little lower. There we go. It's still green inside. See how green it is? Can you see that? People always do this and I don't know why, but now I see why. Alright, so we're gonna leave that. And we're gonna see what happens with that. And I'm gonna have updates on all of this. So, alright, so these now. This one, totally dead. Like the roots are done. Throw it out. That one, these look pretty good, but they're long. They're leggy. We don't want that. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna just behead it. And the inside is green. Behead it, and the inside is green. You see how green that is? So that's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna leave it like that for a few days. Then I'll water it. These plants have seen way too much water. All the leaves have fallen off. There's no succulents hold in their stems water. They hold water in their leaves. There's no reason to keep watering them all the time. Like if you water them every 3 to 4 weeks, that's great. In the summertime, you can water them like every 2 weeks, but keep them in the sun. With this, now I'm gonna have to nurse them back to health. And, you know, I can't keep them in direct sun. I have to keep them in mild sun just so that they can adapt again and then slowly locate that. What, you know, it's what you do. So, all right. Now, what else do I have? Oh, I have this one here. So that's not bad. Look at this one, overwatered. So we're gonna cut this off. 1, 2, 3. See that? And they're green inside. That's exactly what we want. So we're gonna start all over with them too. Now, I don't have a lot of salvageable leaves either, so, but I do have this planter. It looks cute, people like it. So this thing I'm gonna keep using. I'll put some decorative moss in there and shit like that. I mean, and stuff like that. So, we'll put that in there. And it'll look pretty again. Get that blue marble out. And it'll look pretty again. And then these will fill in and grow a little more. And I'm not gonna water this for a while. So see how cute that looks with the piece of wood in the back. We got a nice piece of wood. Let me grab some of that old soil that I just took out just to hold this piece of wood up a little bit. And makes it look decorative. And this is a good gift for somebody. Now, I have another planter here with some rocks. We're gonna put them in the back of the wood. Oops, the wood fell out. That's okay. All right, take some more rocks. And then what we're gonna do is after, I mean, if you have, like, look at this. This was, hold on. Let me just show you something. Let me show you something. Hold on. I'm putting this wood in here. It's like, this is, I'm struggling with this one. Oh, you can't see it. There we go. Oh, no. Move it back a little maybe. There we go. So I'm putting this wood in here and I'm struggling a little bit, but like I said with the water, don't overwater these at all. Keep them, let them dry out completely. Always keep them in really well draining soil. Now what I use a lot of times for succulents is what I'll use is I just use the Miracle Grow potting cactus, palm, and citrus mix, and then I mix a bunch of perlite in there. So I rinse off the perlite, and that's it. And then I mix it all together, and that's pretty much it. So I would say like equal parts of cactus, palm, and citrus mix, because there's a lot of sand in here too. It's very dry. It's very well draining. And then with the perlite, that just, the water just goes right through, and that's exactly what you want, for the water to go right through. So, all right, now that looks cute. And that's something, it looks like a little mountainside. It looks like Jurassic Park or something like that. And that's it. And then when you want to water it, you just water like around the outside. So what I'll tell my clients is just water back here. Water back here, it'll go down, and then everything will come up. But don't go crazy. Just go boop, boop, done. Don't go crazy. My clients listen, my assistant doesn't. What are you gonna do? All right, so Now, like I said, these are going under grow lights. These are going in the corner to dry out. We're gonna try to get some little babies out of this. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. A lot of times it does though, because these store so much food and water in here that what'll happen is these will grow little babies. Probably in like a month, you'll start to see something happening. And then you'll start seeing like kind of like aerial roots, but they're getting the water from this leaf. So a whole new plant is growing, but it's all from this one leaf. Like it's being watered and fed and everything from this one leaf. Once it gets big enough, which is still extremely tiny, when I tell you, it's like itty bitty. Once it gets big enough and as it falls off, or there's roots, that's when you can put it in soil, and it'll grow. It will grow. And I'm going to show you. Hold on one second. I'm going to show you a plant I grew like that, and that was this one. So this is a cool succulent. This is fuzzy and everything, and it actually has, like right now, it actually has aerial roots on it. And I have leaves that I took off, and they're growing like babies. So I don't really want to touch them because they're rooting into the soil, but how cool is that? So I grew that just like that. So cool. This little thing. Look how, see the fuzzy leaves on it and everything? But it took a while. I do have to say, it did take a while. I don't live in a dry, hot climate. I live in New Jersey, and it is, in the summer, it is very humid, and it is very hot. But we only have 3 months of that. We don't have a full year of that. So it's not like California or Texas or something like that. But it's worth it. It is totally worth it. You'll like it. I hope you had a good time with this video. I'll see you on the next one. And maybe Barry will be here. All right, bye.